Sudhir?
Yeah.
Yeah, Vrunda, you
Good
can go
morning.
ahead. The meeting. Sorry.
Yeah, let me get start. Good morning, my dear friends. Welcome to another meeting of Satvik Toastmaster Club for Healthy Living. I, Toastmaster Sudhir, the sergeant at arms for today's meeting. The mission of our club. The mission of a Toastmaster Club is to provide supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. In order to have a smooth meeting, here are some ground rules. Speakers are requested to refrain from making any references to politics, sex, or religion in their speeches. Please put yourself on mute when not speaking. Don't interrupt while someone is speaking. Be attentive throughout the meeting. Medical disclaimer. This content, video, description, links, and comment cannot and does not contain medical or health advice. The medical or health information is provided for general information and educational purposes only, and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Accordingly, before taking any action based upon such information, we always encourage you to consult the appropriate professionals. We do not provide any kind of medical or health advice. The use or reliance of any information contained in this content is solely at your own risk. Now I invite our presiding officer, Toastmaster Vrunda, to give her opening address. Let's have a great meeting.
Excellent. Thank you so much, SA Sudhir. And good morning, everyone. Or good morning and good afternoon or evening to everyone. Since this is a global Satvik Club, let's wish everybody. Welcome to today's edition of Satvik Toastmasters for Healthy Living. As a club president, I am really thrilled and honored to welcome you all today for this meeting. A special welcome to our newest member, Adi Lakshmi, who is joining us today for the first meeting. Let's give her a huge round of applause. Welcome, Adi. We are thrilled to have you here. And we have our guest, Lisa, who's joining us. She's a regular, so I'm not even thinking of her as a guest. But since we have some new members here too, Lisa, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Thank you so much for the opportunity. So my name is Lisa Thompson, and I am living in New York, and I got my DTM a year ago, the Distinguished Toastmaster Award. And for the past several months, I've been part of a district in California where I led their conference, and I'm now doing the public relations manager role. And I'm part of 3 clubs, 1 in California and 2 in New York. The ones in New York are a Travel Masters Club and a Kidney Stories Club. Those are both specialty clubs, and you're welcome to come anytime. Our Kidney Club is meeting June 2nd for our open house and featuring an author. So it would be very nice for you to come and get to meet him. So because this is a health club, it's really nice that you're involved with the health of keeping your kidneys healthy. And a year ago, July, I met Raghu because I was looking for a new club, and he introduced me to Satvik. So I'm here for Raghu, and it's been really nice being with all of you throughout the year. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you for being here for us. You're always welcome. Consider this as your second home. You're always welcome here. And before we begin, I would also like to take a moment to honor the memory of our club founder, distinguished Toastmaster Raghunatha Raju. His birthday falls on May 31st. As you all know, Raghu left us untimely in February this year, but I'm sure his spirit and his contributions to this club continue to inspire us. He was known for his spontaneity and his one-liners. The most pertinent one, or the one that I always remember, is life is not a prepared speech, and so you need to be ready for anything. And this was the line that he would use always before he started the table topic session. And today, because I'm the table topic master, I'm going to use this line often. Now it is my pleasure to introduce today's Toastmaster of the day, who will guide us through today's sessions. And he's none other than Toastmaster J.K. Arora. He is one who wears many hats. He is a businessman. He has worked for more than 18 years in the logistics profession. He is the founder and CEO of Cargo Movers. He is also a member of a 5 a.m. club. He's a spontaneous reader. He is an author, and he has got so many more achievements. I think each time when I'm going to read his introduction, there might be something new that gets added to what he's been doing. But without further ado, let me just welcome Toastmaster J.K. Arora, Toastmaster of the day today. Over to you, J.K. Arora ji.
Yeah, good morning, distinguished Toastmasters and welcome guest. So today and thank you, Toastmaster Vrinda. Today our theme is people are not right or wrong. They are just have a different view of things. And I choose this theme because I share my personal story. When I was a project manager, I have a very strong belief that whatever I'm doing is correct. So I was leading a team and I was given a project. So, and my one of colleague says that the way you are doing it you have to find a different way because it is the not good way. So we have an argument, and ultimately my MD has to come in between, and he called both of us and asked to give both of us have a different angle. So he asked us to give our presentation that why you are using this way of doing the work. So both of first, he's Mr. Rajesh. He was he introduced that you choose this step because this is the right way, and we will get the more success. Then I also do. When I was seeing his prospects, I saw that many positive thing. And when he was seeing my prospect, he also sees that there are many positives. So ultimately, we both combined our different angles and make a common ground, and then this lead to a progress. So what now I learned from that we should always be open to the new listening. So that's why now I'm very open even to my child, even of course my spouse. I'm always a good listener, so with open mind. And this is and encourage the dialogues also. So that's why I choose this story. So coming to now today, the word of inspiration. I think word of inspiration, Toastmaster Brinda will give, or I'll give.
Sorry, it is JKG. If you introduce the tag team, we all will introduce our own roles. So it's timer is Lisa, and our counter and grammarian is Sneha.
Okay, so grammarian will introduce the word of inspiration. So
Word of the day.
Word of
Yeah.
the day. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll introduce the grammarian and our counter. Both, I think both she's taking.
Yes,
So,
and timer is Lisa.
yeah. So I'll request Toastmaster Sneha to first introduce herself and the role of what she's taking.
Yes, yeah. Hello, everybody. So today, as a grammarian and counter, I would be checking on the filler words and any appropriate and inappropriate use of the language. As a grammarian, I would also be introducing the word of the day. So today's word of the day would be serenity, which means the quality of being peaceful and calm. So an example in a sentence would be doing yoga helps me keep my serenity. So I would encourage you to use the word of the day in your speeches or talks. Over to you, Toastmaster of the
Yeah,
day.
I'll request to please write the word in the chat also.
Sure, I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah, now I'll like to introduce DTM Lisa for as a timer joining from USA.
Thank
Please
you,
go.
JK.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be doing the timer roll tonight, and timing is very important because people have limited amount of time and we want to make sure that everything stays on track. So for the speeches, it's usually 5 to 7. Is that true tonight? So at 5 minutes, I'll be showing, whoops, I'm sorry. Right, so at 5 minutes, I will show the green, at 6 minutes, the yellow, at 7 minutes, the red, and you have 30 seconds grace period to wrap your speech up. And then table topics are 1 to 2 minutes. You're expected to speak for at least a minute, and that is going to be green. 1.5 minutes is yellow, 2 minutes is red, and again, you're allowed that 30-second grace period. It seems that people think that if you speak at least 30 seconds that it counts. It really doesn't count until you get to the minimum. That's true of the speech too. 4.5 is not a 5-minute speech. You have to hit the green. And then for the evaluations, that's going to be 2 to 3 minutes. Like 2 minutes, I'll do the green, and at 2.5, I will show the yellow, and at 3, I'll show the red, and again, you've got 30 seconds grace period. And did you all know that evaluations and table topics are used in some districts as a contest into itself? So when you're doing your evaluations and you're doing your table topics, please think about next year and what your contest might be, and that you may want to compete in a different area other than international speech. Okay, I rest my mic. Thank you.
Okay, I forgot to introduce the general evaluator, Toastmaster Shahid. Yeah, please. Toastmaster Shahid.
Yeah, thank you, JKG. But today we're not having the general evaluator role. Actually, as per the plan, the Pramod opted for that as he
Okay.
didn't join. So
So-
I will be
so
taking
you
the
are as
evaluator role.
evaluator to the speaker. Yeah.
Sudhir.
Okay. So first speaker I like to introduce Toastmaster Sudhir Sana, who is completing, I think, level. This is level 1 or
Level 1.
level 1.
Level 1.
Okay, so I'll give you 5 to 7 minutes to please start. Yes. Yeah, please.
Okay, you guys can see me, right? Hi. Good morning, friends.
Yeah, Sudhir, before you start, JKG, when you announce Sudhir, you need to also let his evaluator speak first so that he can introduce the
Yes.
project of Sudhir's speech, and then introduce Sudhir and the title and Sudhir. So the name and the title of the speech, and then again title and name of the contestant or the speaker in this case.
So, evaluator Toastmaster Shahid, please introduce the speech of the today.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my dear fellow Toastmasters. So I am Toastmaster Shahid. Today I am taking the role of evaluator. Today I am going to evaluate the speech by our SAA Sudhir. And his project details are: he's attempting the level 1 leadership under the path of leadership development, and the objective evaluation and the feedback. And his title is Itinerary versus Reality. So we will be looking for a great speech from our beloved speaker, Sudhir Sana. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. And now I request the speaker, Mr. Toastmaster Sudhir, for the topic Itinerary versus Reality. 5 to 7 minutes. Please follow.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shahid and Toastmaster JK Arora for the introduction. And good morning, and good afternoon and good evening, my dear friends. Itinerary versus reality. You know, itinerary, it's a detailed plan, and reality, what it happens during our plan. Do you think how many states can you cover in the span of 5 days? 1, 2, any answers? 5? Okay. Let's find out how many my wife and myself able to cover in the span of 5 days. It all started with a discussion like how, what all places to visit in northern side of India. So I had my own preferences and my wife had her own preferences, and we collided both of things and meshed and prepared one itinerary to cover the places which we want to visit in northern side of India. I had preferences to go to Agra, which is in Uttar Pradesh, and Manali, which is in Himachal Pradesh. And my wife had some places in her bucket list, which is in Amritsar, which is in Punjab, and Rishikesh, which is in Uttarakhand. So listening to these states itself is been hectic to visit and peacefully. But what can we say? We can't compromise on both of our things. And okay, let's prepare an itinerary to cover all these states and the places. Whatever the places in northern India, we usually go to the Delhi, and from there we go to the different states to cover the places. Delhi is the optimized place to visit different places. So first place, which is Agra, and we started from Delhi, and on the first day we reached Agra around 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Despite of the scorching sun, we were able to enjoy the scenic place in Agra, and you know the place is very beautiful and everything, but it was a sunny day and full of sweating. Even though the place is sunny, and we were able to enjoy the beauty scenery of the Taj Mahal. And I always had this beautiful Taj Mahal, which is in my mind. And this was my first time where I visited, and I was speechless for some time. And after finishing our visit to Agra, and our next hop is Amritsar. See, Amritsar is on different side and Agra is different. So again, we had to catch the bus from Agra to Delhi and Delhi to Amritsar. And we had to catch 2 different buses to reach to Amritsar. But timingly, we reached Amritsar on time. And first we freshen up ourselves in the room, and immediately we visited 3 places in Amritsar. The first, the Golden Temple. The second, Jallianwala Bagh, and the third, Wagah Border. When it comes to Golden Temple, when we enter the temple, we feel the positive vibrations in the surroundings of the temple. And inside the temple, there were a lot of different people doing different kind of voluntary activities, and we participated in one of it, and we embraced that voluntary activity. And immediately we visited the Jallianwala Bagh, where the tragic incident happened on the Indians by General there. And we even now we see the bullets marks on the walls. And then we visited the India and Pakistan border, where I was able to see the Indian parade for my first time, and I could clearly remember the way the Indian Army has paraded at that moment. And after finishing all these things in our schedule, do you think we have rested for the remaining day? No. Immediately we had to catch the bus to our next hub, Manali, which is in Himachal Pradesh. So now the good thing, the bad thing, or whatever you say, had started. So we booked a bus, and eventually that bus got cancelled, and we had to catch another bus, and where we got the seats in the last row of the bus. Our initial idea was to take some rest during our travel in sleeper bus, but eventually we ended up in the seated, and which is in the last row. And we couldn't take rest properly, and the bus was also reached the destination late, and we reached to the Manali around 11 a.m. in the morning. And the previous day we got hectic with our schedule, and we reached late to Manali also, a bit late. So we thought of taking rest in the room for some time. So we slept, but we thought of sleeping for some time. We slept, and when we woke up, the time is around 4:30 in the evening. So what could we do at 4 p.m.? So immediately we went down and had some snacks, and bought some souvenirs from Manali, and immediately got bus to our next hub, which is Rishikesh, the capital for the adventures, which is in Uttarakhand, and there is no direct bus or any cab to the Rishikesh. So we need to catch cab to Chandigarh, and from Chandigarh again we need to take another cab. And eventually we got into the Rishikesh timingly, but the cab driver dropped us in the central part of the Rishikesh, and we need to find our cottages, which we couldn't find either in the Google Maps or through the local cab drivers. So our adventurous activity have started before the next day, as the hunting for the cottage has started. And we had two big trolleys, and we don't know where to go to find the cottages. And so okay, let's find. We rented a scooty, and we took but big two trolleys in the scooty, and we roam around the hilly areas to find the cottage. And finally, when we found the cottage, we were shocked. And according to the booking, he said there will be a cooler in the cottage. It's a literally tent kind of thing, like what we normally find army people will do at the border side, right? It's kind of that. And it was a sunny day as well. Think about it. And before the day it was restless, and the day where we had to take rest for the next day adventure activities also, it went into the tireless day. Then the next day the adventure activities day has started, and we have done the bungee jumping, giant swing, river raft, and it was a quite memorable and hectic day on that day as well, and it was a lasting memory for our entire life. So my dear friends, the things which I learned through this journey is what we plan in our itinerary and what reality throws at our plan is quite different, and we always need to embrace upon the new challenges which we face in our trip, and leave some room for the spontaneity and some relaxation during our trip. So we totally covered 4 different states and 1 union territory during our entire trip. So thank you. Back to you, to PM Modi, J.K. Arora.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhir Sana. And it was level 1 and very good speech you have prepared it. And this come to my, I understand that when you study in school and college and when you go practically in life, it is totally different. So you have very good explain, and that's why we are here in Toastmaster to learn the actual experience. Everyone is to share it out. Now I'll request, now we have a very Now, TTM Brinda. Today, for the speeches, impromptu speeches, please.
Thank you, J.K. Arora ji, for this segment. So today I would be the table topic master. As many of you know, table topic session is one of the most exciting parts of a meeting. And for our new Toastmaster, Adi Lakshmi, you're welcome to join this part of the session. It gives you a chance to think on your feet and practice speaking spontaneously. You don't have to get intimidated. These are just simple topics, and you will find it very interesting. This is also a particularly meaningful and relevant topic for me today, as you know, we were talking about DTM Raghu. And one of the things that I very fondly remember, one of my first memories is when he conducted the table topic session. So I'm going to borrow part of his style today for conducting the sessions. So that we are going to have a debate as well as some table topics which are relevant to today's theme about going beyond the right or wrong. We would also begin from with using one of the experienced members to start, so that you can have a idea of what the table topic session means. But basically, for the table topic session, as DTM Lisa explained, you would be having a total of 2 minutes. So basically, either speak for a minimum of 1 minute when she will show you the green light, 1.5 minute when she would show you a yellow light, and the maximum is 2 minutes, and you can wrap up within 2 minutes 30 seconds. One of the ideas and tricks that I've learned from DTM Raghu as well as DTM Lisa is prep, which is take a position, give your rationale, an example, and again wind up by summarizing and stating your position again. So that's one of the structures. The other one is OBC, which is organize. DTM Lisa, please correct me if I'm wrong, but it is the introduction, the structure, the organization, the content, and the C stands for
So the O is for opening,
Body.
opening, yeah,
and the
body
B
and
is for
conclusion,
body,
yeah,
and the C is conclusion.
yeah, yeah. I got a real sharp memory. I forgot.
You know, you could always have Dr. Sam come and do a session for
Yeah.
you. He was really good friends with
Raghu, yeah,
Raghu,
yeah.
and he did a great session during our Speechcraft. So he's
Okay.
got a beautiful slide deck.
Yeah.
So maybe
So-
we can contact him together, or I can help you
Sure.
get his content, his contact information, and you can ask him to come and do it for you. It was really
Yeah.
good.
So to begin the session, I would first like to look into the room and invite somebody experienced. If we could show your digital hand, I would like to invite one of you to speak. Maybe I will request Shahid to, he's the VP Ed. So, and he's been the one who's always ready for something, some challenge. So let me invite Shahid, if you don't mind, Shahid.
Yeah, sure, Vrinda.
Sure. So my topic for you, Shahid, is to reflect. Sometimes we get into some heated argument or a discussion which we are both passionate about. So we are talking about something, and your counterpart, maybe your colleague or your family member, is talking very passionately on the same subject, and the discussion is quite heated now. So that's the situation. And what I want to know from you is, what techniques can help diffuse a tense debate and encourage understanding? What techniques can help diffuse a tense debate and encourage understanding?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. So as my topic, currently I am in a situation where I am in argument with my colleague. Now the situation is gone to the next level. I could not even tell if I said anything, it's going to be a big fight kind of thing. So being in a cultured and a nurtured in our society, before when I was a student or before coming into the field of professional field, how I take it like I should have to win and I have to be defeat the other person. But as I spend good amount of time in the professional and in the personal life, in the especially after marriage, so you should be empathetic and you should listen to the other persons. In my opinion, when a heated argument comes, so I will calm down myself and I will first listen to the other person, what is his point of view. Whether he is right or wrong, first I will listen to him. So after that, okay, I will acknowledge him that, yes, you are right. And I will add one but to that. But in my opinion, I am thinking in this way. So I would like to convey my message to him instead of in an aggressive manner. I would like to give him a pause, a pause instead of directly jumping on the topic. I will just first listen to him. I will give a pause. I will add a but, and I will put my opinion on that. That is the one technique I will use. And the other thing is like I will just convey him here not to fight. It is to understand each other and to respect each other's opinion. So that is my take. These are the two techniques I will follow to convince the other person and to drop down the heated situation. So with this, I will hand over the virtual stage to table topic master Vrunda.
Thank you, Shahid. That's very wise of you. Anything to know, pause a heated debate is always great. With that, let's see if there's a volunteer for the next topic. Again, the topic is going to be very simple. May I have somebody volunteer? Since it's a small group, just be assured that everybody is going to get a chance to speak. Maybe
Vrunda,
okay.
I would like to speak, but just give me 2 minutes. I'm attending from my phone. Let me
Okay,
transfer
sure.
to my mobile, then I'll just come back. Give me 2 minutes. By the
Okay,
time you can call
okay.
another speaker and you can
Sure,
continue.
I will do that. Okay.
Okay,
So,
I'll attend next, please.
oh, JK Arora ji, very good. So for you, I'm going to give you a little bit of a different situation. So my topic for you is, do you remember a time when you had a disagreement with someone? It could be a close friend or family or a colleague. How did you maintain relationships with that person despite having different opinions on very important matters?
Yeah. So I have a disagreement with my spouse. So the best way is that I listen completely, whatever she says. And once I complete, then I take the points which it is not favorable. And then I discuss the points if I do not agree that these are the points are not there. But ultimately, it is I have to agree with what she says because we have to live a peaceful life. So very calmly then we agreed out, and we have to live together. So this is the way. Yeah.
That's the secret sauce you mean. And yes, for all those happy men, happy wife is happy life.
Yeah.
I
Wife
could be
happy, life
biased, but
happy.
I hope Yeah,
Wife happy, life happy.
absolutely. Let me invite. So, again, for everybody's benefit, the word of the day today is serenity, and we could use that word in our sentences. That would be great. Let me invite one more volunteer before we invite Pramod. Or would you like to?
Yeah, actually, I would like to volunteer.
Absolutely fabulous. Let's give a huge round of applause to Adi. This is her first time. So thank you, Adi. Before I
Thank
give
you.
you this opportunity to speak, let me also give you the opportunity, Adi, to introduce yourself. Tell us a bit about yourself. What are you doing currently? Where are you from? And how did you get to know about Sattvic Toastmasters? And I'm so happy that you even became a member right up front. So let us know a little bit more about you.
Hello, everyone. Greetings of the day. Myself, Adi Lakshmi, and I'm going to complete my undergraduation soon. I'm completing my undergraduation in BBA. So I have always had interest in speaking, especially public speaking. It helps me to coordinate and organize my thoughts and able to think from look know about others' perspective as well. So I like to involve in all this stuff. So I actually asked my friend if there is any availability so that I can join Toastmasters. So one of my friends helped me to get into this club, and I'm so grateful for getting into it. And thank you so much for your warm welcome.
That's great. Welcome, Adi, and all the best to you for your career and for almost completing your graduation. It's a great uh, point in your life where I'm sure you're looking forward to a great career or future studies. And as and when we go ahead, we'll get to know you better. So
Yeah.
great, great job there. So my question to you is, Adi, what do you think? Is it important to have to be active on social media to stay essential, to stay, sorry, let me rephrase. Is it important to be active on social media for staying relevant and connected? Or do you think it is a distraction and to keep your focus, social media should be limited?
I would say that from my experiences or from how much I have seen people, I think it is better to stay limited with social media because I believe that there is a lot of information and no one is aware that whether the information is right or wrong. So everyone have access to a lot of information, but they don't know what is right and what is wrong. And uh, people in these times like this our generation, they don't even think through the things like, okay, they don't even question themselves like whether this is wrong or whether this is right. Can I support this, encourage this, or am I supposed to discourage this one? They don't even think through this. Like if someone says, okay, this is a good one, we are supposed to encourage this one, the one will just myself, I'll just go along with them without thinking with myself, like without questioning myself. I'll just go like, yeah, she's supporting, so it is good one, let's just support as well. What is there with me? Like what is going to happen? Nothing. I'm just going to be like a tag along. They just don't think through things. So that's why I think it is important to have a limit with social media so that you can concentrate on yourself and your life, because I think you're the only one who is going to have like understand yourself much more better than anyone. And social media is not going to give the solutions to your problems, rather it's going to distract you so much. So my opinion is like to stay limited with social media. Thank you.
That was really good. I'm having a hard time with my mouse for some reason. Does anybody have a suggestion for how I can move my screen so I can see me? Because right now I'm all broken up. So it's about the mouse. I can't find the cursor. Come on, you guys are like tech people. Can you help me?
Try using Alt Tab, or just switch off into go into another screen and then come back. Like it has happened to me quite a few times.
So I saw it at the
Alt
bottom.
and Tab, so you can, or you
When
can
we
just
do this, Alt and Tab.
yes, simultaneously.
That's not doing anything. Oh, this is frustrating, Veranda. Wait a second. I'm tired, and apparently so is my computer. I don't want to slow you guys down. Keep going, and I'll figure it out.
Okay.
But I couldn't show my colors because I couldn't access my
Sure.
cursor. Oh God. Okay.
Otherwise, can you just
Yeah, maybe you
you're able-
can.
are you able to find the cursor as of now?
No.
No.
Mm-mm. So every once in a while, it seems like I get to the point of being able to turn off this virtual background, but I
Okay.
don't know where it is.
No
Oh,
worries. In the meanwhile, I think
okay. All right, I
one
just
of
turned
us.
that off, so that should help. And
Okay.
then if I turn it back on, I'm gonna lower my hand. I'm sorry, guys.
Or
Okay.
Lisa, you just try to fix it. Meanwhile, I could be the timer.
Okay, wait a second.
I think, yeah,
Okay,
that
I
should
got
be
it
okay,
back.
Lisa. You got it?
Yeah, I think so. But I'm trying to still find this. All right, there's timer, but why am I like breaking up in it? So weird. Okay. At least we're not in a contest or something. All right, you can go on to the next one, Veranda. I
Sure.
still have my phone here. So.
Okay, and maybe Shahid, you could time the next speaker in the meanwhile. And Adi Lakshmi, thank you so much. That was wonderful. Great start. And you had some lot of wisdom to share. I wasn't so smart, I think, but I was lucky because I didn't have so much of social media. We just had the television in that era, no phones, and I think we just had a landline. So even if we had to talk on the phone, we had to go to the neighbor's house and dial some person like your friend or whatever, and everybody in the house would be listening to your conversation. So it was not fun at all. And there were no emails also, unfortunately, at the time. So that was like way back in the years. I feel as if I'm so old right now, but it's okay. I'm still young in my thoughts. So the next speaker, anybody, I want to get two speakers now because I want to do a debate style of conversation. And Pramod, you joined us late. I think, I was going to use this style because I remember DTM Raghu used to use this style. Raghu's birthday falls on May 31st. So we, in the initial phase of the segment today, we talked about Raghu, and I was mentioning how Raghu would conduct all these table topics, and he would always say, life is not a prepared speech. So that's what I'm looking at. Ankit, would you like to volunteer?
Sure. Yeah, that works.
Sure. And may I invite Pramod? We'll do a debate.
Sure, Vanda, sure.
Sure. Thank you. So the debate topic is, what is more important in the workplace? Finishing the job within deadline, or even if it is not perfect, or taking the extra time to make it perfect? So what is more important in the workplace? Finish the job even if it is not perfect and meet the deadline, or make sure that the quality and perfection is prioritized even if it means missing the deadline.
Yeah, Vrunda, I will just take 4 minutes, 2 minutes for each, 3 minutes,
Okay.
2 minutes green, 3 minutes yellow, 4 minutes red.
So how do you want to do
Okay,
it? We
great.
have to complete the 2 minutes in one go and let the other person speak against what we said, or you want 1-1-1-1?
Up to you if you want to do 1-1 or you want to state your points, because you will have to counter the other points also. So maybe you both have your initial comment, and then, from that it will, I think, carry on by itself.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, Madam President, Toastmaster of the day, and fellow Toastmasters. The priorities at the workplace are different at different levels. If you are a beginner, then you are more inclined towards completing your day-to-day work without even thinking about the larger picture. If it is in the middle cadre, then you have certain responsibility towards your team. But if you are in leadership team, completing the daily work is no more part of your KPIs. It is the KPIs of the people who are working under you. But I still believe that completing the work with deadlines in an imperfect manner is okay, and perfection is a myth. But sometimes we have to respond to the clients. We have to tell the clients why we haven't done the same thing. You always get a second chance. If something is there, the client will come back to you, and it's what it's perfection is in your mind only. If you would like to complete the work in a very perfect manner and you are expecting the same thing from your team members, there is every chance that the coherence and the camaraderie within the team will be lost. You have to make a lot of compromises. So a good leader sometimes ignores the imperfection among team members and try to take together all the team members and go. So that's my take. I don't think work should be perfect all the time. If you ask me which is more important, whether it is perfection or completing the work on time, I would say that completing the work on time maybe, or I think it is more important than having perfect work on the table. Ankit, you can. Ankit, you are on mute, Ankit.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Toastmaster Pramod, and a warm good morning to all the fellow Toastmasters and guests. And thank you, TMOD and Table Topic Speaker for to provide me such a wonderful topic, right? So I agree with you, Pramod, but there is a saying, trust comes with quality deliverables every time. And it breaks just one QC issue or quality issue. And once you lose the trust, you are nowhere in that scenario of trusting again. It will take a lot of time to build that trust again. So for me, the time we can ask from the client, we can ask, we need 2 more days to complete it. But your QC issues or quality issues should be minimum or not or discuss once with the client, get clarified what they want, provide what they want with clear communication, and less or equivalent to zero QC and quality issues, which will provide you the trust, gaining the trust, and as well as you will become a trusted partner with them, which will provide the team on the company more work from the client side, will enhance the revenue, and your company will definitely grow. So for me, it's not the fully perfection, but this will be kind of zero QC issues, which will help in building the trust with client and provide client that if there is some solutions coming from your service side company or from you that is equivalent to perfection, that they can take it up. It will help client also. Else every time when you will be delivering, they have to review from their side and they should keep a buffer of 1 or 2 days to review it, right? That if the trust is there, they will provide that time to you to build that solution, and that will be perfect, and they can take it up directly to their meetings, right? They don't need to spend that time to review them, right? So I think perfection is the key, and we should go for that.
Imagine a situation you have a boss who is insisting on getting everything perfect. Would you be able to work under him?
Yes, it should be.
I
Yes,
don't think
because
there is a Japanese concept called wabi sabi.
yes.
Wabi sabi. Have you heard about that? It
Can
says
you
that
explain
you
a
have
bit?
to embrace the imperfections. If you are a leader leading a team, your primary responsibility is to set the right culture within the team. And your primary responsibility is to get the best potential out of your team members. And if you are a person who is not insisting on perfections, then there is every chance that you will get a better perfect product than insisting for a perfect product all the time. So I
Yes.
personally believe that sometimes for getting the discretionary skills from the employees and creating a coherence within the team and leading the team with positivity, you have to think about ignoring imperfections or embracing imperfections so that the team confidence can be built rock solid and they will stand united behind you for everything and anything. For a leader,
Got it.
more important than having a perfect product. I agree with you. If you are making dosa, idli, uttapa, or something, then definitely you have to deliver the perfect product with proper taste. Otherwise, people will not eat it, or they will not come to you. But there is a book written by the CEO of I think it is HP, Hewlett Packard. I think his name is Vinit Nair. He said employees first. Normally we hear the word customer first, but it is employees first. The greatest asset of every organization is its manpower. If the manpower is not happy, if you are not creating the psychological safety for your team members to work, if you are not creating a positive atmosphere for them to test and try new ideas, the innovations will not happen. Without innovations, nothing is possible. Nobody will grow. No organization will sustain. That's what I believe. Maybe I'm thinking like a leader. That's the reason why I'm thinking that imperfections
So
are necessary and we have to embrace it with positivity. Try it again and again, reset, try it again and again, and you will get the most perfect product rather than insisting for a perfect product every time from your employees. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I know I have taken a lot of time.
I will give you 10 seconds, Ankit, if you have any last comment, just to be fair. But otherwise, the match is out.
So just a small complete sentence or for the completion sake, right? So yes, you are right at a
Thank you.
level of
Thank you.
employee. But that's why we always have a peer reviewed products. Whenever we have peer reviewed, that's the things comes like perfection when it delivers to the client. Imperfections are okay within a team, but when it is going to the client, it should be a kind of a perfect product or near to perfect product. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Vrinda, or table topic speaker of
That's great.
Good job, Ankit. Good job.
Great one. This was really interesting. I was, feeling like we should continue this topic. It could be for another day. It could be the theme of the day. Absolutely. I really enjoyed. I wanted to check with Shahid how much time we have left. Can we take one more debate? Oh, this is 8 minutes already, is it?
Something like that.
Suranda, maybe instead
Okay.
of yeah, we can take a debate, but not this much lengthy.
Yeah. We will do a short one so that we can get two people. If we could spotlight, so we have Sneha who hasn't spoken. We have Sudhir who's not spoken. Or Sudhir has actually done a speech, but I'll give him a chance, or I could give Lisa a chance. Who wants to go on the debate?
So I'm gonna leave and then come back and see if that helps.
Okay.
Because I'm
So
still
maybe
not
Sudhir and
able to do that.
Sneha, why don't you both come on the debate?
Okay.
Shahid, if you could spotlight them.
Yes, doing.
So while he's spotlighting, I will give you the topic, and I'm going to use the patented line of Raghu, which is life is not a prepared speech. And based on that, I have the topic is one side is you always have to be organized and prepared for the inevitable. So it's always good to plan. And on the other side, it is you can't be prepared for everything, so you have to be spontaneous. So do you want to be planning, or like you want to plan for everything, or you need to be spontaneous?
Vrinda, sorry, I could
Sudhir
not
and
spotlight
Sneha.
the Sneha. The option is not coming. But for Sudhir, I could see the spotlight option, but
Neha, actually,
Sneha,
she has not switched on her video. If she switched on her
Okay,
Oh,
video, then
that's
you would be
why.
able to spotlight. Yeah.
okay.
Neha, if you don't mind, you can come on video so that he can spotlight you both.
Okay.
Now you can do that.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you to Table Topic Master Vrinda for giving this topic. The topic is on whether we have to be an organized or we need to be a spontaneous at some time. In my opinion, we should always try to be planned before doing any task or any other thing, but we should always leave some space for unorganized, and we should be able to tackle those scenarios as well. Because as you said, right, you can't be always planned to in life. A similar thing can happen to any other thing. So in my opinion, we should always, 80% we should plan and 20% we should be always ready for the unplanned things.
I'm going to take that you are a planner then. You're still planning. You can't take, a middle side immediately, then it won't be a debate.
Okay. But okay, we said, but normally my view is to be in combined state, not like it should be in one or another.
Okay. For important things, you will plan, like how you plan the itinerary.
Okay. Okay, then if it is to be in on one side, I always prefer to be planned one. So whatever you do, whether to in a daily task or project planning or other thing, or any other thing, we should always do an organized planning so that we can do it in an efficient manner without any. We try to reduce as many hiccups as possible while executing it.
Sneha, what will you do for maintaining serenity?
Yes, I think sometimes spontaneity really helps us enjoy the flow of life. I mean, just having some unplanned things. Like sometimes, especially on the weekends, is one of the days I would just allow it to go as it is rather than planning to the details. Maybe I would like to just go on a walk or maybe do some yoga or just go for a random catch up with a friend rather than just planning if someone is available. Though planning helps us maintain some serenity, but spontaneous things brings us more joy. Like yesterday, randomly we decided we'll go for a Malayalam movie, but it was so much fun. I mean, we didn't plan it, but we just went and we just took the ticket from the mall, and it was the most, I mean, we thoroughly enjoyed it. It was not very planned. So sometimes these spontaneous things bring in more joy than the planned ones. So I would definitely say we should live some space for spontaneity to enjoy the smaller things of life.
Yeah, I see the serenity over there, but we should always plan the unplanned activities time as well, so that we won't end up in the unorganized also as well.
But life cannot be planned too much. Like I had planned that I would be completing a certification by June, but from my institute. But the institute were like telling that due to some reasons, they were not able to conduct the training during that month. So all my plans have gone. I mean, it couldn't be done as such. So I had to reschedule my entire training and everything. So sometimes we should live some space for life happens rather. I mean, we make a lot of things, but it doesn't go according to our plan. So we should be more accommodating to go with the flow rather than with a plan.
Yeah, I say take that as a variable in your system and plan the things well. So even though there is a spontaneity or the unplanned things come, take that as a variable and plan that variable in the system, so that that also will be in your organized plan.
Like I mentioned, I enjoy the unplanned things a lot more, like a random road trip, which was not so much planned, and maybe a random visit to meet some friends is more enjoyable than the planned ones.
So thank you, both of you. I'm going to interrupt here. I think both of you did a wonderful job. Thank you so much. Let's give them a huge round of applause. And both of you were so nice about it. Have some like plan for as what Sneha was saying, plan the whole week, but leave your weekends alone so that you have some kind of spontaneity. And I like Sudhir's take also, which is you have to have like 80-20 combination. So that was fabulous. And I hope everybody enjoyed the session. I think that was Lisa calling me. Maybe she's having trouble joining back.
Yeah,
So
she was calling.
looking.
I'll
Yeah.
connect with her.
Okay. So maybe she's having trouble joining in, but I think we had everybody a chance to speak. So with that, let me hand over the table topics session, like we wrap up here, and I hand over to the TMOD for the rest of the segment. Over to you, JK Arora.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster. Yeah, TTM. When a mind gets challenged, then it opens. So keep on challenging mind. So thank you for everyone giving a good contribution. So now I'll request Toastmaster Shahid for evaluation of the speech of Toastmaster Sudhir.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Once again, greetings of the day. So today's speech by our beloved Toastmaster Sudhir Sana. Our topic is itinerary versus the reality. So what a topic it is. So from the speech title itself, we could relate ourselves with the topic. As the speech, I will just give my evaluation in a CRC manner: commendation, recommendation, and commendation. So the three aha moments which I have seen in the speech are like the opening and the closing of the story. So the opening is like how you have started the plan and you have explained it. And at the end, you connected the same thing, how you have taken us throughout the story and you have shown us what is the reality. So itinerary versus reality, you compared the opening and the ending very well. The second aha moment is for me is the content. So you have visited different places. You have explained each and every place one by one. As it is your personal story, you are able to have more content in your speech. And the third point is the comfort level in delivering it. Being it's a personal story and you are in that real situation. So the way you face the things and that comfort level, you have explained it very well. And coming to the recommendations part, so to make the speech to the next level and to make it to a good, very more effective speech, it's a travel experience, right? And the two, you have visited many places for the first time. This is a thrilling experience for you. So in your speech, while delivering, you are saying like you have seen the Taj Mahal for the first time. So that is a very thrilling experience. So instead of saying in a simple statement, you should have expressed that thrill, and you have given some attributes of Taj Mahal. And before looking at, I have seen like this, and now it is like this. That kind of comparison and that thrill, if you add the thrill into your story, that will take the topic, your speech to the next level. And the second thing for the recommendation is like you have covered so many places, so you are keep on explaining the things. So I felt like it's a monotonous thing. You are not changing the pitch, that delivery, that if you alter that speech, then that will be more added advantage. And there are in the speech, I could see there are places where you could jump as a role player and you can act like that. So if you add that also, that will be more what we can say, as if we are seeing that place. So that kind of interactive thing you can add. So as it is a level 1 and you are attempting the level 1 speech, so I felt overall it's a very opening is good and closing is good, and the content and comfort level are good. Keep going with this and add the recommendation into your speech from the next speech, so it will take the speech to the next level. With this, I will conclude my evaluation and control back to the TMOD JK Arora sir.
Thank you. Thank you for evaluating and recommendation given. And I hope Toastmaster Sudhir will, in next speech, he will all recommendation, he will improve it out. So next is our Toastmaster timer. Okay. Timer is, I think, Toastmaster Shahid is taking, no?
Yeah, so I think we'll take the R counter and grammarian report,
Yeah.
and by that time, I think Lisa is trying to reach out to Sudhir, I guess. So let's get the R counter and grammarian report, and then we'll go to the timer report.
Okay. So Toastmaster Sneha.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
So as a grammarian, some of the good usage which I heard was itinerary, bucket list, speechless, think through. Some of the not so good usage would be timingly could be replaced as reached on time. You are, keep on can be you keep on. And for the R counter report, some of them I was lost in the speeches. So TM Toastmaster Shahid used 1 and 2 so. TM Sudhir used 4 and 2 so. JK Arora, Toastmaster JK Arora sir used 2 and 1 so and 1 because. TM Adi Lakshmi, Toastmaster Adi Lakshmi used 1 and 1 so and 2 because. And Toastmaster Ankit used 1 so, 1 but. So this was a quick summary. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Okay, now the timer. Again, give the timer report, whatever you have it. Toastmaster Shahid,
Yeah.
if you have a...
Lisa has also joined back.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can give the timer report.
Yeah, please.
So
And your
everything
details.
was very, very long. So the first speech was 5 to 7 minutes, and that speech lasted 9.5 minutes. 9 minutes and 30 seconds. For the table topic, Shahid was 226, and then JK, you were really short at just 40 seconds, and Adi was good at 143, And then I got really confused with the debate and with the fact that my virtual background is not working. So that was what I had. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Lisa. So now I will
not working properly. I'm gonna turn this off.
now I will like to end with the closing remarks, and then okay. So the belief that people are not right or wrong, just different, has been a cornerstone of my growth as a leader. So it has enabled me to build more cohesive, innovative, and resilient team. So now I will pass to Toastmaster Brinda for the closing remarks. Yeah.
Thank you, JK Arora. That was wonderful. And I would like to thank all the role players for taking on roles at such short notice. So that was really commendable for everybody, for Sneha taking up 2 roles right at short notice. Shahid, we had some struggles initially with the link, but I think we all did a good job. I'm just going to be, in the interest of time, keep it really brief. So I would just like to get some feedback from Adi about her experience today. How was it, Adi, being in the meeting?
It was great. I mean, like, I think this type of real type of meeting, I think I have never faced before. So it's kind of interesting. And the debate is good between Pramod sir and Ankit sir. Yeah. So I had a great experience. So I hope, like, in future, after so many experiences, I will be able to speak confidently and conduct performances in a good way. Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Adi. And Shahid will be in touch with you so that he could help you with selecting pathways and so on. The other one small announcement is about the elections, the club elections. We will plan to have the club elections for the next batch of club officer roles, possibly in the 3rd week. So that's the week of June 16th. I think so. That's when I'm planning to have. Reason being, few officers are still away, and DTM Noor also had a surgery, and he's actually holding 2 portfolios. He's the VP mentorship as well as VP PR. That is, so for that reason, I thought let's give it some time. I will share in the WhatsApp group how the elections are conducted. And I, of course, have DTM Pramod who can speak more about it, but I know he has to go. I think we are on time. So maybe we'll have this for another session. We still have time. I'm aiming for June 16th as the election date. So I will share some information with you guys. But if you're interested in leadership, Toastmasters is a great place where you can have this platform to practice your leadership skills. And we have great examples within the group as well. So we'll talk more about that in the next session. In the meanwhile, let's conclude today's session. Have a great day, everybody. And we'll formally conclude the meeting. If anybody wants to stay, they are welcome to chat. But let's stop the recording here, Shahid. Thank you.